I'm not sure I've ever saw this one before.
This is crazy.
This is actually a police chase going on here. Officers of Bucks County hot in the trail of an emu. They're kind of fun to watch run. It's kind of therapeutic. The big bird escaped from Snipes Farm and Education Center yesterday. That's in Morrisville. It took a while, but police eventually caught the emu, returned it to the farm. We're told the bird's doing just fine. And I got a little cardio in. That's good for the bird. All right, so have you seen...
What's up, guys? It's Benny. AI has gotten freaky, scary, good at replicating people and voices, and I've even fallen for some fake videos. I assure you I'm real right here. There you go. This is real. Okay. Not AI. Won't ever be AI, okay? Real person, real people, real thoughts, real human beings, real interactions. Really confusing when I saw this video. Because I'm like, no way, this is Jim Comey. Like the guy who's walking around in a mankini, like setting up beach shells on the beach. Like there's no way that he puts on a little FBI director suit and records an ISIS hostage video in response to President Trump, where he like speaks in alliterative poems and starts to nearly break down into tears. There's no way. It's got to be AI, and I've seen AI that looks about this good. This isn't real Jim Comey doing this. No way that we've actually broken this man and he's having a massive crash out. And then we actually found it. We hunted it down, and here's the source material. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, James Comey on his real Substack, verified, really uploaded to his 6,000 subscribers. Oh my, Jim. This video on justice. Oh. And James Comey put on a suit and a tie for no discernible reason and got in front of his lighting system, with a ring light clearly, and decided to make this pithy teenage girl video. Listen to this.
VAR is in grave danger right now. Trump and the hacks who lead the Department of Justice are hammering at the dam day after day, trying to turn it into just another gold leaf covered Trump subsidiary. Our best hope is that good people will stay and do what Maureen asked. Have the courage to do the right thing always. You may get fired for acting that way, but there's honor in that, and nothing but disgrace for those who don't stand up. There are going to be hard weeks in the Trump era, and this was one for my family. But there are plenty of good people still in the department committed to doing things the right way, committed to the rule of law. For them, because of them, keep the faith.
So as somebody who sits in front of a camera all day without a script, I got to tell you, there's a couple of things that bother me about this. One, let's just mute him. Let you look at his words. Watch his eyes here. You can see that he's reading from a script. See his eyes go like that? You would never see that on my program, ever. You know, I'll watch a video with you, but I don't have a script in front of me. We never have a script. We talk through stuff, but this is really cringe that it's less than 60-second video, he can't even get through it without writing himself out a little script. That's how fake these people are. And then the audacity to release this, the audacity to release something like this when your crimes have been exposed to all of the American people and was the #1 trending topic for the last 4 days was Obamagate. Arrest Obama, arrest Comey. Because the Director of National Intelligence released demonstrable evidence of your crimes against the American people and the Republic. Him wearing this skin suit of I'm such a principled law enforcement agent, and then exonerating Hillary Clinton when she had mountains of classified information on her computer right before the election. Yeah, sure, pal. And then launching a fake Russia campaign against Donald Trump. Yeah, okay, you can shove it, dude. That's what the entire internet is saying, by the way. Comey is warning us that there are many in the department that needs to be fired. Yeah, this is what I find particularly interesting about this. You should charge him for insurrection. You know, he's straight up saying here that you should defy the president. Do exactly what I did. Hatch a plot and then go down in flames. This is what he says. There's honor in getting fired and doing the right thing, and dishonor in following the will of the people. They should shut down James Comey's Substack here. It's real. This is something that really happened. And I guess I'm bewildered. This guy is going to jail. Yeah. In the words of Hunter Biden, F you, there's no honor in your family. Of course, he's responding to his daughter getting fired. Comey was letting us know that there are more that need to be fired. He's giving them orders. Isn't that amazing that we've been right about this the entire time? He's in big trouble. We've been right about this, and the reason why, not for long, Trader, the reason why we were right is because when James Comey did his little 8647 assassination threat to Donald Trump, we said the reason why this is scary is because so many in the federal agencies have a touch point with Comey. How many splinter cells and black ops groups does James Comey have inside the federal government? Well, probably many, many, many hundreds. Because James Comey has been an entrenched bureaucrat that has been backstabbing and ladder climbing. How many people hired in the Secret Service or in the FBI, people that are allowed to have a gun around Trump, how many of those people answer to James Comey still? It's actually a terrifying proposition. And here in this video, you can see him giving them orders. We were right about this. So that's why, of course, James Comey should have and was brought into the Secret Service for questioning over the 8647 bombshell. Lock him up quickly. This weasel is about to leave town. Cry harder, Comey. He's going down. Dude, you're the most disgraceful federal employee ever. Shut the hell up. We got a real problem here with this Comey family. You know, they've been brought in for mop-up operations constantly. Finally, James Comey's degenerate, dumpy, droopy daughter, who's effed up every big-time government case from Epstein to Ghislaine Maxwell to Diddy, was fired by the Department of Justice, thankfully. Goodness gracious. James Comey breaks silence after DOJ fires daughter. Grave danger. Yeah, grave danger is what James Comey did, which was to use the FBI to attack the Trump administration. And he admits to doing this on camera. Here is James Comey being interviewed by Nicole Wallace and straight up admitting, yeah, you know what? I took advantage of the fact that I've been an entrenched bureaucrat for 30 years and that the Trump administration was just getting started.
You look at this White House now, and it's hard to imagine two FBI agents ending up in the same room. How did that happen?
I sent them. Something I probably wouldn't have done or maybe gotten away with in a more organized investigation, a more organized administration, in the George W. Bush administration, for example, or the Obama administration. In both of those administrations, there was process. And so if the FBI wanted to send agents into the White House itself to interview a senior official, you would work through the White House counsel, and there'd be discussions and approvals and who would be there. And I thought it's early enough, let's just send a couple guys over.
You know, interestingly enough, we had General Flynn on the program to respond to this. And General Flynn didn't pull his punches on James Comey. In fact, he said, you got to seize James Comey's passport. He's a flight risk. Very interesting conversation. But here's that part of it. I played that clip for General Flynn, and his reaction was really quite something. Here we go. Here's your name in the actual documents. This is James Comey saying that he put a mark on you and that he's planning on trying to corner you and to rip you away from President Trump and to destroy you at the National Security Council. He's also admitted to this on camera. There's a separate moment where James Comey was asked about this, and he said so. If we could just play it muted, but he basically, we don't have the time to play it. He basically says, yes, I attacked Flynn because there weren't enough protections of the new administration. I was taking advantage of a nascent Trump administration. Exactly. Now, what's your commentary on this now that it's all the guts have been ripped out and the black and white is out in the open?
Yeah, that man right there needs to go to prison. And there's a couple of others around him that were part of this coup, this attempted coup against the United States of America. We cannot have this happen in our country again. And the only way, Benny, the only way that we will not allow this to happen again for many, many years, maybe 100 years, is by holding these people accountable. And the guy that your audience is looking at right there, you know, they call him the Cardinal, James Comey, former director of the FBI, totally disgraced himself, but he participated in what is essentially the greatest crime in the history of the United States of America. So these people have got to be held to account. People are going to expect movement very quickly by this administration, by the Trump administration. We don't need years worth of investigations. All the evidence is right there. And thank God for Tulsi Gabbard.
So yeah, what do you are you looking for more James Comey influencer videos? It kind of looks like, I mean, it kind of looks like a mugshot here, right? Looks like this is what the mugshot's going to look like. It's fun to see. My, how the powerful have fallen. Ladies and gentlemen, it's your boy Benny. Like, share, and subscribe. We'll be watching the Comey cringe. No other channel will. We'll be there for you.